The Los Angeles Police Department arrested a suspect in connection with the deadly Palisades fire.
An update on the two young women who were hit while riding their scooters, confirmed to be Cal State Fullerton students.
The Arboretum promotes new environmental practices with compost on Cal State Fullerton's campus.
OC News starts now.
Just now in tech news, the first responder on
There's been a lot of collaborative efforts.
I feel blessed to be here in Fullerton.
Brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
OC News starts right now.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to OC News. I'm Jane Fernandez.
And I'm Jenny Guzman. Thank you for joining us today. A suspect is finally under arrest for causing the Palisades fire last January. 29-year-old Jonathan Rinderknecht is being investigated in the devastating fires that killed a dozen people and destroyed thousands of structures earlier this year. Officials connected his ChatGPT history to graphics depicting a burning city. His phone records showed he called 911, but he didn't have cell service. Neighbors reported the fire. Rinderknecht was arrested in Florida. If proven guilty, he's expected to serve anywhere from 5 to 20 years in prison for reckless behavior and property destruction. It was the largest fire in Los Angeles history.
We have an update on last week's traffic accident involving two women who were critically injured on the north end of campus. We reported the accident on our show last week. The two women involved were CSUF student athletes, Lauren Turner and Ashlyn Gwynn. A box truck hits both of the soccer players while they were riding their scooters on Associated Road near Yorba Linda Boulevard. The driver stayed at the scene. The women were taken to nearby trauma center in critical condition. A GoFundMe campaign has been initiated to support both Turner and Gwynn.
Cal State Fullerton is offering students more access to health care, from routine checkups to flu shots. Frost Minyar has a story.
Students at Cal State Fullerton now can protect themselves from the flu without ever having to leave campus.
Here today on campus, Titan Health gives students several different ways to improve their health.
Yeah, there's a variety of clinical and services that we offer here in Titan Health. We offer HIV testing, optometry, lab testing, we have pharmacy, x-rays, physicals, pretty much any regular hospital that I would offer, we offer here in the health center, which is really nice, and a lot of the services are free to the students.
Students have benefited greatly from these services and emphasizes to others how helpful it really is.
Not only are you protecting yourself from any illnesses, you're also able to go to class, interact with friends and family, and not miss any important events.
If you're worried about getting the flu, come to Titan Health to receive your vaccine. In Fullerton, California, Froz Minyar, OC News.
Across college campuses, sustainability is becoming a bigger priority, and Cal State Fullerton is no exception. Sue Frey shows us how it works.
From spoiled bananas to blooming flowers, at the Arboretum and Botanical Garden at Cal State Fullerton, food waste is making a surprising transformation.
Having compost at the Arboretum can kind of get the conversation going about composting in the first place. We actually, the interns that we have just hosted a composting workshop this past Friday for our Arboretum members, and we had a couple of community members there as well. But anyway, it's very interesting because I feel like a lot of people have heard the word compost and they like have their idea of what it is, but oftentimes it's the wrong idea of what it is. So being a place where we have composting available to just be able to talk about what is composting, how do you compost.
Leftovers from places like the ASI food pantry don't just get thrown away. They come here, where they become something the Arboretum can depend on.
So the food pantry receives, they think they just told me last week, it's like 4,000 pounds of produce a week from like the Second Harvest Food Bank or whomever their partners are.
For students, the impact is easy to see. Healthier gardens, greener spaces, and a more sustainable campus future.
The compost is great for plants. It's a fertilizer, but it's more than that. Like it comes with beneficial microbes, so it's like a probiotic almost, for plants. And then even just having more organic molecules in the soil has a lot of benefits for like water retention and, pH and other factors that contribute to plant health.
To support the Arboretum or learn more about the composting project, information and donation opportunities can be found on the university's It Takes a Titan webpage. Reporting for OC News, I'm Suhaiti Freyer.
Yankees make an epic comeback from being eliminated from the playoffs.
Also, NCAA athletes are nearing the agreement to bet on games. This and more after a short break.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
About
October is rolling along and fall is in full swing, but we're still getting remnants of summer. Here's Julian Vallejo with the weather.
Thanks, Jenny. How's it going, Titans? Even though October is rolling around and we're pretty much halfway through the semester, temperatures are still reminiscent of how the school year started. The heat's still sticking around as we had a high of 78 degrees today. Temps have dropped a little bit and we're looking at around 73 degrees currently. But as the saying goes, it's not the heat that'll get you, it's the humidity. And we're looking at around 66% humidity in the air. For you commuters out there with 8 a.m. classes, you saw the sunrise at around 6:53 this morning while you were fighting for parking. We're looking at a low of around 59 tonight with some clouds. The sun's setting tonight at 6:27 as we inch closer to daylight savings next month. And there's a light wind blowing in. It's not going to be too much to impact your day, maybe a 6-7 mile an hour breeze. Looking ahead for the rest of the week, there's a chance of showers on Thursday with a high of 81, so there might be some warm water pouring on your head, but we have a low of 64 as well. Friday is going to be around the same, minus the rain, but the clouds are still going to be there. High of 82 and a low of high of 83 and a low of 62. Saturday and Sunday are picturing up to be a perfect weekend. Both days are going to have a high of 77 clear skies and a low of 57. Monday is going to be around the same with some clouds coming in, high of 74 and a low of 57. And going back to that rain on Thursday, that's going to be some of the side effects of Tropical Storm Priscilla with floods that are going to mostly affect Arizona, but we're going to get some of that rainfall as well. And it's going to affect traffic because you know how drivers are around here. Speaking of traffic, let's take a look at the 57. So the 57 right here around Nutwood, traffic's flowing a little smooth. You're going to have a little stop and go here and there. You know how it is when people leave class, people leaving work. Everyone's trying to get home, eat dinner, pump their gas, do whatever they have to do on their way home, and it's going to stop traffic here and there. Taking a look at the 91, right where the 57 meets it, traffic's flowing smooth, so the jam pack is probably just before that, where people exiting off Nutwood and exiting on Orangethorpe. So the 57, getting you to the 91, you're going to be smooth on your drive back to LA County. That's all I have in the air and on the road. Hopefully everyone's able to stay cool temperature-wise, but also with their road rage. Jenny and Jaden, back to you.
Despite the stress of midterms, Titans are making the time to give back at the blood drive. Emiliana Carbajal has the story.
Today is one of the few days of the semester where students passing by can donate blood here on the center quad of campus. Students can find the blood drive truck in front of McCarthy Hall in the center of campus. Experienced blood donors believe the process is extremely straightforward and recommend it to others.
And you can see the actual plasma going into the IV bag. It's really interesting. You can see like the whole thing going on.
All that is required is a photo ID and filling out a questionnaire.
They'll send you text messages like, oh, thank you so much for your donation. You've helped save this many lives, or you've helped these people. So it feels good, you know, that's in the back of my head. I don't think about it often, but it feels good.
So if you're just like a basic student, you go to class, you go home, that's it. There's really like no drawback of doing it. There's only positives, which is helping people in need.
They give you snacks, water, you sit down for a bit, and once you say you're good, you're good. They'll give you socks, gift cards, a shirt, you know, it just depends.
Those who donate blood to the blood drive will receive a $10 in and out gift card afterwards. My name is Emiliano Carbajal of OC News. Back to you guys at the desk.
NCAA, football, and Major League Baseball continue to be a hot topic in sports. Dane May has more.
Thanks, Jenny. Let's take a look into the sports world over the last week. Kyron Lacey, a budding college football star, was cited with 2 felonies and 1 misdemeanor relating to a car crash that occurred back in December 2024. Lacey was never officially charged for any of this, though. He died of an apparent suicide 2 days before he was due to appear in front of a jury on April 14th. In recent days, Lacey's lawyer has brought footage forward seemingly proving his innocence, as it shows he was more than 70 yards away from the crash when it occurred. Louisiana State Police responded yesterday, saying he still ultimately caused the crash due to the way he was driving prior to the accident. There's plenty of good football on this weekend, but one game on Saturday shocked the nation. Coming off an absolutely brutal loss to the Ducks last week, Penn State traveled west to take on the Bruins, who hadn't led a single minute of football all season. Surprising college football fans everywhere, UCLA jumped out to a 10-0 lead. But how long could that really last? Well, they walked into halftime holding a 20-point lead over the number 7 team in the country. Penn State rallied late in the second half by Drew Aller, but came up short, dropping their second game in a row. UCLA took home their first win of the season and knocked the Nittany Lions out of the top 25 in the process. Let's take it from LA to the Bronx to see if the Yankees can fend off the Blue Jays and keep their hopes alive. After the Yankees got trounced for 2 games in Toronto, the series headed back to Yankee Stadium to see if they could fend off elimination. Unfortunately for the Yankees, the Blue Jays picked up right where they left off. Vlad Guerrero Jr. hit his 3rd home run of the series to take a 2-0 lead in the first inning, which only incited the rest of his teammates to continue to pour it on. With a 5-run lead in the 3rd inning, it seemed like the series was over. But AL MVP Aaron Judge had more to say, hitting an RBI double in the 3rd, and then following that up in the 4th, with a game-tying 3-run shot completely flipping the energy and eventually leading them to a much-needed win. The Blue Jays are back in Yankee Stadium tonight, as the Yanks will try to avoid elimination for the 2nd night in a row. That's all sports I have for you guys. Back to the desk.
Get ready for a new era in college sports. The NCAA is redefining its stance on sports betting. The NCAA is considering a significant policy shift after a probation against betting on college sports. Now they may be permitting student athletes and athletic departments to wager on professional sports. This requires approval from Division II and Division III of the NCAA, as all of the divisions need to be in agreement on the policy. The organization aims to update the association's stance on sports wagering. The new regulations would start as early as November 1st.
New music from Taylor Swift and Zach Bryan creates controversy with fans.
Also, Sticker Zoo Designs is back on campus. We will see you after the break.
What does it take to discover the greatness within you? It takes resilience.
When I first got to Cal State Fullerton, I felt lost. Then I found my community.
It was like a caring family cheering me on.
I wasn't sure about being a chemist. My professor showed me I could. People believed in me here, and I learned to believe in myself. Discover the resilience within you at Cal State Fullerton.
How prepared is your family if a wildfire shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or an earthquake? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes. Make a plan today.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. Alright, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Thinking about taking a trip to Disneyland soon? With prices on the rise, now is the time to save up on the happiest place on earth. Disney has implemented price increases across various offerings, including park tickets, annual passes, and merchandise. These adjustments reflect the company's ongoing efforts to increase profit. Guests planning to visit to Disneyland parks should be aware of these budgets as they prepare for their trips.
Treat yourself to a nice warm cup of coffee for the latest updates from Hollywood and the music scenes this fall. Giselle Medina has more on these stories.
Thanks, Jaden. From a new addition to the Hollywood Walk of Fame to fans growing skeptical towards the lyrics of their favorite artists, entertainment news has plenty in store for us tonight. With fall upon us, it is unofficially Gilmore Girls season for many. This past Friday, Hollywood Boulevard looked a little more like Stars Hollow as Lauren Graham received her very own star along the Walk of Fame. Just a day before Graham received her star, the cast celebrated the 25th anniversary of Gilmore Girls, marking a quarter century since the beloved sitcom aired on the WB. The cast's continued close-knit bond could be seen withstanding the test of time, as Graham was cheered on by several of her Gilmore Girls co-stars, most notably Kelly Bishop, her character's mother, and Scott Patterson, her pining love interest. On the note of pining, following the release of Taylor Swift's newest album, The Life of a Showgirl, Friday night Swifties were left yearning for the old lyricism Swift is known for, but failed to deliver. Despite reining in around $3.5 million in sales during the first 5 days of release, Swift's 12th studio album is also buzzing in headlines, being paired with words like flopping, disappointing, and boring, even coming from her loyal fan base. Though critics of her music are nothing new, many fans were left in disbelief at how subpar some of the lyrics were compared to her previous works, using modern slang like savage and girl boss in questionable contexts. In an Apple News interview yesterday, Swift welcomed the chaos, responding, "If it's the first week of my album release and you're saying either my name or my album title, you're helping." Mitigating the response of your own fan base is something American songwriter Zach Bryan is also learning how to deal with. On Monday, the country singer teased a lyric in an unreleased song titled Bad News, mentioning ICE, which triggered some negative, politically sparked backlash. The controversial lyric mentions ICE in a singular line, saying, "And ICE is gonna come bust down your door." Bryan clarified in a statement posted on Instagram that these lyrics were written months ago, ensuring that his lyrical tease was in no way a partisan political statement. He wrote, "When you hear the rest of the song, you will understand the full context that hits on both sides of the aisle." Until a song hits the stands, that's all from me for entertainment this week. Back to Jenny and Jaden at the desk.
Stickers are more than just decoration. At Cal State Fullerton, they're part of campus culture. Sue Freyer shows us how students are getting creative with Sticker Zoo.
At Cal State Fullerton, students aren't just hitting the books, they're hitting the sticker boards.
Students can trade, buy, and collect stickers, turning everyday notebooks, water bottles, and laptops into canvases of self-expression. With social media engagement, events like these are given the opportunity to succeed.
Sticker Zoo is supposed to be, my outlet for creativity, to make artwork that other people like and to share my creativity with people. Recently, I've been making a lot more college mascots.
For now, Sticker Zoo is visiting CSU and UC campuses with hopes to take it nationwide.
During the summer, I was telling my friend, I was like, it'd be crazy, if someone went around to every single college and just did it all in like a month and a half.
Sticker Zoo isn't just a booth full of stickers. For Henry Chow, it's a way to turn creativity into something students can share and enjoy around campus. At Cal State Fullerton, Sticker Zoo is also a reminder of how small businesses and student creators can thrive on campus.
I've actually followed them since like a year ago, and since I also have my own small business, I also like supporting other small businesses.
The Sticker Zoo tent has plans to travel across all CSU campuses. To students, it's the little things that stick. At Cal State Fullerton, I'm Suhaiti Freyer. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, Jenny, have you ever gotten these stickers before?
Oh my gosh, I'm so upset. I'm always in class whenever he stops by on campus, so I never had the chance.
Well, I have a surprise for you because I got the stickers right here.
No way. These are so cute. I love the Cal State Fullerton representation.
No, it's really good, honestly.
These are cute. I'm gonna keep
well,
these.
Thank you for joining us tonight for OC News this week. I'm Jane Fernandez.
And I'm Jenny Guzman. Make sure to follow us on social media at TitanTV CSUF.
And at OC News CSUF.
Well, thanks for watching.